takes a part of me, something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe, something taken from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me. Can't it chill and let me be free? Can't I take away all this pain? I try to every night, all in vain. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me fall from grace. Something takes a part of me. You and I were meant to be. A cheat for me to lay. Something takes a part of me. Feeling like a freak on a leash. Feeling like I have no release. How many times have I felt disease? Nothing in my life is free. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me fall from grace. Something takes a part of me.
You say too late to start, got your heart in hand. I don't believe any of it. You say too late to start, and your heart in hand. You know you're better than this.
Twisting my words and bringing up the past, baby, you know that you better than that. I don't got time to deal with the drama, I bought the Chanel and I got your back. I promised that I would've never gotten phone if I knew I would get so attached. I promised that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you weren't coming back. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
Stressing, quit stressing. You should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence, this time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear no chat about if you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat, while you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low. Then I think you should leave that after the tone.
Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything, anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
See, I would've done anything for you. Now you won't pick up when I call you. It was late night texting to a yawning. Nowadays I'm overthinking till the morning. Switched up and turned without a warning, but I know my heart forever bleed. Truth is that strangers like magicians. Never knew them tricks were up your sleeve.
Hey, I'm sick of this back and forth. Stop, it's starting to get contagious. I had to put the bridges out. You blurt what I felt inside would have been outrageous. Stop acting, think I believe that. That's catfish, poor performance. Watch your number, please, or contact. Buzz you up so I can call that a ballin'.
Can't tell me like, what do you want? Yeah, tell me like, what do you need? Fresh tip when you're doing your feet. New LV when you fly overseas. Call plumbing cause I'm at a band swimming cause I'm in a D. Don't call me, you already know. I'm on the road and you for the streets.
Young on and ain't the same. I guess we're on different things. I guess now we're distant strangers. You said there's no fun in pain, but I was not the one to change. 'Cause I was not the one to save you. You were my everything, now I regret everything. I wanted you here with me, but you didn't want that. I'll do anything, I don't know what's you're in. I wanted you here with me, but it was too much to ask for. You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything, anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
I'm in a tunnel, foot on the gas. I see these demons, hoping I crash. All that I wanted, like the last laugh. Gotta move fast, get to the bag. I saw the signs for so long. Just a reminder to hold on. Ain't gonna cry or go home. Stay strong, yeah. Walls keep closing in, closing in. I keep going in, going in. See that I'm gonna be the first, but they praying that I won't let. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better.
Always on my grind, it's 24/7, I don't settle. I demand my respect, cause they'll finesse you if you let them. Told myself I was the champion, went and got the medals. I showed the world my true colors and they was black and yellow. I let the past be the past, I'm on a new level. It's hard to pick which car to drive, I got a few of them. The first to make it cross the line like a true winner. Cause if you knew better, then you do better. Yeah.
Better when
Yeah.
I wanna
Yeah.
get better. I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. Chosen one, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that it's my time.
Past be the past, I'm on a new level.
No regrets, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. Y'all gotta pump my taste. Hold up. Y'all can't talk about basic. Hold up. We might more Power Ranger. Hold up. Mine also dangerous. Hold up. Don't get caught in the matrix. Hold up. Got that touch of my savior. Hold up. Keeping that touch with my hater. Lyrics can't hear it no more. It's dinner to the man.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Lucky Week 13 it is. Everyone hoping for a little good fortune this time around as we enter the home stretch of the regular season. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 10 black. 10.
Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. No question who won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
Cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Red, cycle. Blue, striker. Ready?
2nd down, looking for options. It's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's good for a 1st down on the completion by the Nebraska rookie.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just running the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
Blue, black. Smash, red. Slice, blue. Ready?
Pass play on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Not the way you want to start your game, but the pick was dropped, so the opening drive continuing now with 2nd down.
Hey, go Fury. Cut.
Dropping back to throw. They sure came as all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Hey, go 6. Black, 95. Claws red.
3rd and long for him here. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. That is Marcus Jones. And the Vikings force the turnover on the 1st series of this game. The success they had passing that ball last week, they wanted to get that going again right away, Brock, but seems like they're facing a defense who's more up to the challenge than the guys they faced last week.
Yeah, welcome to the NFL, where every week is a new story. And the opening chapter here, not good for the offense. But we got a long ways to go.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. so they'll hurry up here.
38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
From the
second
shotgun,
and
McCarthy.
7.
That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
A gain of 15
The end result
yards.
there, 15 yards and a
the
first.
Vikings
That's a
first
statement throw
down.
right there. A statement throw that
First
lets the
and 10
opposing
at the
defense know it's
47-yard
not just
line.
going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
On first down, it's Gibbs. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throw here, third down. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Lions get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
It might be Captain Obvious here. The team who wins today, Kate, it might just be the team who finally takes care of the football.
First and 10 from the 47.
Here we go. Here we go. 50. Right blue. Green Jack. Go
They
pink.
kick the running back in motion.
Movement. Down.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Working on first down. Another one caught by St. Brown. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10.
Come on, set. 10 black. Black shot. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down. On the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive.
39-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. races all the way to the 13-yard line.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Get that extra block a little longer. Find the leg quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And he has the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Finds a seam down the middle. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stop quickly. Catch moves him to the 48. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Red 38. Drill green. Green jack. Hut, hut.
Throwing from the gun. Connecting on the slant. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. That is good for Detroit 1st down. We've set it down from 37.
Here we go, set. 40. Ready.
To throw here on 1st down. Into traffic, complete. He's stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Ready.
Still sticking with the passing game. Catch is made down the right sideline. He's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions break the tie here in the 1st. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This our last play of the quarter. Drive begins with Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Back at the 23-yard line.
So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. It's a 14-7 game. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They have second down behind the sticks. Now it's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32.
Let's go now. Eat old blue, black, white, white.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Cut for big yards on the right side. He's going to get this to the opposing 4-1. Gain of 26 yards there. And the Lions have a first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
First down.
Hey, check Megan.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Red, yellow, ready.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 13-point lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10.
Let's go now. Panther 60.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. They're going to have this out of the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
First and 10, here's McCarthy. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Here we go, Shaq. 70 Timberwolves.
McCarthy looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Okay, running backs might not be the most accomplished route runners, certainly compared to the receivers. But when it comes to body control, strength, making a catch through contact, this guy just showed out.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Back to the air, McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Give him about 16 yards on that game, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll try and punch it in, and he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a one-score game in the first half. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole time to get the ball. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way. It took the entire group offensively.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball for the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
They'll come out throwing. It's on the in route. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Black, 95, 6, mega. Needle blue. Red, cycle.
Pass play now. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Hey, check. 52 blue. Blue striker. Check.
3rd and long for him here. Brings in the lob pass. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30.
On the ready.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Pause ready. Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they take it out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Ready, go.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
At the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always getting touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. He's trying to find Ty Felton with that one. And now they face 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Ready?
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 40, ready.
He's going to throw it. Throw left side, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down. Offensive line fast.
1st down.
Good, 52.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Black 40. Set.
They are throwing it again. All in left side. And he gets back to the line, but no more. They're going to think this over before trying 3rd and 1. They take a timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Let's go now. 50, Green. Green jack. Check smash. Set.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught, nice gain left side. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
1st and goal, Detroit.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Hey, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Here comes the final play of our 1st half.
Let's go. 10 black. Flight blue. Needle blue. Smash red.
They send their back in motion right. The final throw before the break. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. So first down from the 41. Gibbs now from the gun. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up. Working quickly here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
9 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Hits his running back. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A gain of 15 there. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Move the chains! Got to move those chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
McCarthy operating from the pistol. Sends this to the end zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! Brian Branch has it! And the Lions will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I knew it before this drive started the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders, they influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Cut.
Airing it out to start this drive. Throwing the out route complete. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. Creates space to take that shot downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Here, yellow, red, yellow, 43. Green Jack. Set.
Working now from the gun. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30.
60 red. 60 red.
Here's a throw. And he's got it. It's in close. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Blue striker. 50, green, steel, black.
Set. From the red zone on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Second and goal, backed all the way up to the 14 here.
Get it. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready, right?
Here's the backup, first throw. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it'll be third and goal. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
And it's incomplete on third and goal.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense. Able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
31.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. And it's going to bring up second down.
It's now second and 19 at the 14-yard line.
Offense in the hurry up here. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on third downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Starts the return at the 34. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold.
First and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
And he'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. Back to throw. Lobs this up, left sideline, looking for something big. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. 25 on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
And the Lions first down.
A give left side. Judkins is able to drive that pile about a yard. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. The play fake, he'll throw. Catch made left side by Laporta. Well, he might be close to this league growing again. That play gives him a first and goal.
Dude, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully.
Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned. That's 6 in the end.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. New set of downs from 37. First and 10. It's McCarthy. Completes downfield to Felton. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's another Vikings first down.
Sending him on the dive. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 26.
All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's going to be the Vikings who have the football, Brock, but given that score, they're going to need points every time out from here on. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. He is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. Give him 13 on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Back-to-back carries here. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage. So third down now.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of DNs do in this league.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd and long for him here. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Now McCarthy and the Vikings getting all set for the two-point attempt.
The Vikings will line up.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the call to go for it not awarded as the pass falls incomplete.
Lions 38, Vikings 20.
Down by 3 scores, their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here. right around the 45-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Judkins running between the tackles. And this run is going to push it inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Check smash, check smash. Go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Throwing this one back at the end zone. And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions keep adding to that fourth-quarter lead. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing. And as you said, execution. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. What a great play.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And no return here, and this is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Screen here for Gibbs. We'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Ready? 70 Timberwolf. Buffalo 18.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play. Just like
he's got it inside the 10. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5. One final shot here. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left, so a positive note at the very end in this loss. The Vikings putting up points in a game decided. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but coaches always emphasize effort on the field. And reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
So the Lions get the win on the road. And I know it's different.